Alright, let's talk about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K once again. This has arguably been Camera of the Year in 2018, but man, this camera definitely comes with a few glitches and issues that you'd expect to be ironed out for a product that's already on the shelves. First issue is the battery. I've already spoken about this in a few other videos, but basically the battery that comes with this camera is just absolute trash. Like, I kid you not, I've not had battery anxiety with any of my devices for years, and I'm telling you right now, this camera brought it all back. So basically, the included battery just completely has a mind of its own to what you're shown on the back of the camera display. The camera will even sometimes die mid-shot when the battery reading is 3/4 full. I've actually had situations where the camera has started at a full charge and then drained the entire battery whilst it was still showing 100% on the battery bar. If you're interested in buying this camera, then you definitely need to come up with some sort of battery solution. I use these very inexpensive LPE6 cells made by Wasabi. They help me keep the setup small as I like to use the camera on a gimbal. These are a good option because they come with a USB charging dock, they have a larger 2600 mAh capacity than the Blackmagic cell, they are also sold in pairs, and they actually give you a reliable battery percentage reading on the camera. The next thing is a bit of a strange glitch. It's very difficult to demonstrate in real time as I couldn't even emulate it on camera. But basically the camera will sometimes just randomly stop recognizing any portable SSD that is plugged into the USB-C port. This has actually happened to me on every outdoor shoot that I've used this camera on. It usually happens a lot when you turn the camera on and off multiple times, which I happen to do a lot to conserve battery. No matter how many times you turn the camera on and off again, the camera still won't detect the SSD. It's really annoying, and on my last 3 shoots, I've had to bring shooting to a complete standstill just trying to figure out a way to fix the glitch. The best solution I found involves turning off the camera completely, then unplugging the SSD, then turning the camera back on until it has fully booted, and then reconnecting the SSD, and it should start recognizing the drive again. This is such a strange glitch, and to be honest, the first time it happened, I literally panicked because I thought the drive had failed or something. The third issue is that the camera has a USB-C port that you cannot charge through. I have tried it with 3 different power banks and they all do not work. Basically, as soon as you connect one, the power indicator on the camera just flashes red a couple of times and that's it. The power supply just goes back to sleep. This is quite disappointing because 1, it means the USB-C port is actually very limited in functionality, contrary to what we're led to believe, and 2, the Waipu SF610 DC connector, which is what this charges from, is an absolute nightmare to find. So even if you do find an external power solution for this camera, you still have to figure out a way to adapt it to this Waipu connector for it to work, because the USB-C port won't help you. Another glitch I found with this camera when using native Micro Four Thirds lenses is that the camera will sometimes get confused and underestimate the full focus range of the lens. So what happens is that you could be trying to focus to infinity or macro and the camera will think you've gotten there before you've actually done so. Again, another strange glitch that you'd expect to be ironed out for a product that's already on the production line. I found that turning the camera off and on again fixes the issue and the lens starts working like normal. Finally, the last gripe that I have with this camera for my use is the fact that the 120 frame per second video is recorded in a windowed sensor mode. I mean, it's only 120 FPS at 1080p. That really shouldn't be cropped at all. What's even more disappointing is how significant the actual crop is. I mean, look at that. You're already shooting on Micro Four Thirds with a significant crop factor. This just narrows the field of view so much further and introduces quite some challenges for wide-angle slow motion shooting. So there you have it, folks. That is the truth about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. These are just some of the observations and challenges that I have come across while using the camera. Don't get me wrong, this is still a very good camera, but one that has its own issues, some more significant than others, but issues nonetheless. If you're planning on purchasing this camera, then you definitely need to be prepared to face some of the issues and challenges I've outlined in this video. I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is a great camera, but one that is designed to be rigged out with accessories and equipment if you want to gain any real tangible mileage for regular work. Thanks for watching, and I hope that this video has been useful to you. Please drop a like or a comment if you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't enjoy it, make sure to hit that dislike button twice. If you're new to the channel, then make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and make sure you hit that bell icon to get notified as soon as those videos are released. Catch you folks in the next one.